Hello everyone, I'm Lyle Hewitson.
南非騎師希威森，兩屆南非冠軍見習騎師及南非冠軍騎師，出道以來勝出超過600場頭馬。Hello， 大家好，我係 Sabrina， 歡迎收睇《綠茵闖蕩》嘅衝線背後。今集啦，我哋就請嚟新晉嘅南非騎師希威森上嚟同我哋傾下偈嘅喎。Hello，
Hello, how are you? And thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you very much for your time and welcome to Hong Kong. First, I would really like to know, how did you first feel when you received the invitation from the Hong Kong Jockey Club to invite you to come here?
Well, it was always a lifelong dream to end up riding here one day, and the fact that it came so soon, I think it was pretty surreal for me. But yeah, it was absolutely amazing, and the feeling of knowing that I'm actually going to get over to Hong Kong and be riding there was really great, and it didn't really hit me until I boarded the flight and made my way here. So yeah, really blessed to get this opportunity and looking forward to making the most of it.
But why did you choose Hong Kong as a place to start your career? Did you ever go to anywhere else to ride before?
Well, obviously I'm based in South Africa and ridden all over my home country, and then I've ridden in races in Singapore and Abu Dhabi, but never really stayed there for a stint. So this is my first overseas stint, but for me, I'm hoping it's not just that. I hope it's a long-term career. And I think the reason for choosing Hong Kong or accepting to stay here is because it's a phenomenal place to ride, and you're competing against the best on the world stage, and I think that's sort of the pinnacle for any jockey here. So yeah, for me it wasn't really even a choice. It was something I had to do and something to boost my career.
So before you made the decision to move over and start your career here, you had to leave your hometown, right? Do you have any concerns, or what would be the biggest consideration for you?
Look, the fact that I'm young, it makes things a lot easier, to get going and sort of venture out. But obviously when you're doing well in your home country and you've got strong support base, everything's going swimmingly, it's always difficult to leave that behind. And for me, that was obviously one of the things that's at the back of your head. But I was always wanting to achieve the goal of riding Hong Kong and making my name on a bigger stage. So yeah, despite small little things that sort of linger in the back of your head to make you stay at home, there was nothing that could overpower the fact of riding here on the big stage.
So now that you have already come here for a few months, I guess, right, since summer holiday for a while, and the season has already started as well. You have seen our racing environment, you have seen the crowd, the track. How do you feel about our racing environment?
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. I think the culture of racing here is fantastic. The sport is so appreciated and supported, and that's huge. When you see so many people passionate about the same thing as you are, it's really heartwarming. So yeah, just the people, the other jocks, trainers, owners, it's lovely to be a part of that whole setup. And of course the racing's fantastic. You got top individual animals, the most beautiful race courses, and really good genuine racing from class 5 to group 1. So yeah, it's a great experience thus far, and I'm really grateful that I can be taking my part here.
What about the competitiveness? Because every jockey says, oh, it's so competitive here in Hong Kong. There are so many good jockeys, right?
Yes, there's a lot more factors that go into each and every race when you're riding against different people, and I think that's what makes it more competitive, is that everyone's got the same idea and different ways of doing it, and positioning horses, getting the best out of horses, getting good rides.
Yes.
It's all really tough. So yeah, competitiveness is really up there with probably one of the toughest places in the world. But I think that's what builds you as a stronger jockey. And yeah, it's all part of the process. And one day we'll be on top.
Do you get any advice from your friends like Gran or Aldo?
Look, there was a few people that had given advice, but taking all those little things into account, it definitely has helped. But I think also when you arrive and you've got familiar faces, I think it just helps you settle in a bit quicker. And yeah, for me, that's been a bit of an asset. You're not going in somewhere as all alone. So I think that has sort of just helped the transition process, made it a bit easier.
Are you also friends with Karis Teaton? I think he's also from South Africa, yeah?
Yes, well, obviously, Karis is Mauritian born, but he did his apprenticeship and his days as a jockey in South Africa. and he rode for the same stable I did. Well, after he had left, I picked up the reins there. My dad's actually the assistant trainer for that yard, so I used to spend a lot of time there in the mornings, and obviously knew Carice through that channel. And you know, I remember probably a year before he got invited to Hong Kong, my dad said to him, you know, I reckon within the next 2 years you'll be riding in Hong Kong, and yeah, it just happened like that. So Carice has known me since I was really young, and in fact he gave me my first ever saddle, which used to great success. So yeah.
Wow, you guys actually had a really long relationship already before you came here.
Yeah, no, 100%. He was based in a different province, and obviously the age difference at that stage, I wouldn't say we were close, but obviously through Yvette and my dad, we knew each other. And you know, as I started to mature into my career, we got chatting again, and yeah, here we are together. So yeah, like I said, having a familiar face and someone that's good to be around, it does help.
What about trainers who have been very supportive to you now?
I've been really fortunate that I've been getting some support from everyone, really, which is, I think, important to have the local trainers as well as my home country trainers supporting. So, you know, the likes of Mr. Millard and Mr. Ferraris, they've been a good help, and I've been helping out Mr. White too. And the other local guys, I mean, I've had a ride for pretty much all of them, which is fantastic, and I'm really appreciative to that. Me, Choi, Mr. Loy, there's so many to name, and I'd hate to leave anybody out. So yeah, I've been getting around, and I think that's important, just spread my wings a bit and get as much support as I can.
So the season only just started, right? Is there any particular horse that you find it very special or memorable?
Look, I think obviously having only been here for a little while, I haven't necessarily found a special horse for myself, and I'm sure that'll come in time. But I'd say in terms of proven quality, the best horse I've sat on since I've arrived is Singapore Sling.
Okay.
And yeah, he's also a ex-South African horse, so that's quite good to go back into the roots. But yeah, it was good to get on him, and there has been a few along the line, so yeah, hopefully we find one special one in my stay here.
What about the racing environment that you think is the most different between Hong Kong and South Africa?
Definitely the heat and humidity. I think it must be really tough.
Oh, you mean here, because it's so hot in here?
Yes, in Hong Kong. You know, South Africa, I think it's a lot. It can get warm, but here it seems to be like a humid and quite an overwhelming sort of heat. And I think that must take a bit of strain on horses. But they're so well looked after here. They manage that really well. And obviously the pace of races. There's a lot of little things that makes the racing so differently. But I think the horses are used to it and adapt to it, and you know, overall they take to the Hong Kong racing as would South African horses in South Africa. So yeah, a few little things, but it's all good.
So that's the biggest difference, right? So can you tell us what's the biggest difficulties and challenges here in Hong Kong racing?
Trying to get the best support is tough, you know, especially when you jump into a pool of top jockeys and you start from the bottom and need to make your name. I think it's obviously tough when the top rides are going to the proven jockeys at that stage. So I think trying to break into the circuit is tough, but it's a challenge I'm willing to take. And yeah, just to, you know, sort of get the best out of or improvement out of horses that necessarily don't have the form. So if you can just do that, you get that sort of improvement. I think that's where you can gain the trust of owners and trainers. And yeah, that's probably one of the biggest challenges, is just to get the right support and build up your career quickly.
What about the tracks? What do you think about the Happy Valley tracks? A lot of trainers and owners say it's very tricky.
Yes, I haven't ridden at Happy Valley yet, but it looks very tight. We went to have a look at the track. You know, the final home bend is really sharp, and it's a quick dash home. So look, there's a bit of cambers too, up and down. So I think it'll be a challenge, but that makes racing exciting. You get different horses that suit that, and I think that allows to throw a span in the works, you know. So yeah, I look forward to riding there. But from my experience of Shotton this far, tracks are beautiful. You know, they do run quick, and the drainage is amazing, but they really are truly beautiful tracks and well looked after. So I think the track staff deserve all the accolades.
So now that you have been in Hong Kong for a month or so, what do you think about the city? Do you like the place, the food, everything?
Yes, fortunately, I'm quite open to trying new things, and yeah, the culture, I've enjoyed every minute of it. The different foods, places to be. Yeah, I've settled in pretty easily, and obviously having Hannah here with me has made things easier. Having her to go around and experience it all, it's been great.
So what about your family and girlfriend? I know that your girlfriend also came to Hong Kong with you. Is she enjoying Hong Kong as well?
Yes, yeah. As I mentioned just now, she's been getting around with me and experiencing these things, and I think it's great. You know, we're still young and we get to go through all this. It's awesome. And in terms of my family, my dad has been out here just recently, and yeah, we've enjoyed every minute of it. He's fortunately been in the Asian sort of part of the world for a while, so he knows everything. He probably taught me a bit. And towards the end of the year, I might get some of the family out too. So yeah.
Okay, thank you, Lyle, for your time, and thank you so much for sharing so much with us. Next episode, we will talk more about your childhood and about how do you get into racing, okay? Thank you, and see you. 下集見。
佢隻良才有少少波歐啊，拱埋嗰隻朝五晚九出咗去嘅，再見到中檔位置追嘅馬仲有大歡笑，入邊上啲就加域奇啊，出邊追翻上嚟嘅馬仲有一片光明，最後百零米，外邊係朝五晚九，埋邊有加州更好，中間係良才啊，最後50米埋邊加州更好，出邊朝五晚九，最後終點嘅時候啦，外邊位置朝五晚九一路壓住加州更好啊！